Hello and welcome to the 3Four50 News. I'm Amanda Cowley. The 7th OxHA Summit took place on the 19th and 20th of April in New Delhi. It was organised by C3 Collaborating for Health and was attended by over 90 delegates from 19 different countries. Some of the European delegates were stranded by the volcanic ash cloud, but they joined in on the phone and via video. As in previous summits, worrying statistics were presented about the extent of chronic diseases and the size of the threat that they pose to health. But this is also a good news summit, with very many inspiring examples of practical things that can be done to tackle this global epidemic. Delegates heard details of successful projects from Latin America, China, the Middle East, Africa and of course India. NGOs that were showcased included projects by the World Heart Federation, Agita Mundo and Arogia.
We need a slogan, and 30 minutes make the difference is the slogan that we took through our program. We need a mascot. A mascot we selected a half-hour man. The half-hour man explained by itself what is the desire. It's 30 minutes of physical activity.
So the world was immediately divided into two. One said, what a wonderful idea, why did we not think of this earlier? The other half said, what a stupid idea. And I think there was a lot more controversy on the other side saying, okay, now you put the polypill into your cheesy hamburgers and forget about exercising, forget about lifestyle modification, do what you want, but take a polypill at the end of the day, you'll be fine.
Collaboration to improve diets. This is a double-edged sword actually for Bangladesh as a nation. We have people on one extreme who do have access to the high salt, high fat, calorie-dense foods, but on the other extreme, we have many households that live on the verge of food insecurity. And so this is an area where the Center of Control of Chronic Diseases and the nutrition program of ICDDRB can play a role in helping to track this for Bangladesh. But within our own research that we're funding from UHG, this year we'll begin a salt intake study because there isn't one that's been done in Bangladesh. And from anecdotal evidence, what I hear is that there's almost a misconception that salt is healthy because it's fortified.
The role of business was highlighted by Discovery Health and Novo Nordisk, and delegates were given an update on the Community Interventions for Health and United Health Chronic Disease Initiative research programmes. Ruth Collegiari explained how OxHA's Sydney resolution on healthy people, places and planet had been used since the 5th summit, and moves to translate the document into other languages were greeted enthusiastically.
We are all aware, I guess, that there's no good treating people's illnesses if we're sending them back to unhealthy societies and unhealthy conditions that made them sick in the first place.
One recurring theme of the summit was the use of new media. Scott Ranson from Johnson & Johnson focused on the importance of mobile phones in communicating about health, giving the example of India, where a staggering 50 million new phones are registered each month. Chris Walker talked about using mobile technology and the internet to help control diabetes rates in the border region between the United States and Mexico. 3Four50's online projects were also mentioned. Katie Cooper of C3 Collaborating for Health encouraged delegates to join the collaborations on the future of healthcare and the importance of chronic diseases for countries' development. Eddie McCaffrey, founder of Juice TV and the new media director of the Oxford Health Alliance, addressed the summit via video link to showcase a new 3Four50 global audit, which will collect and highlight the many tales of preventing, fighting and living with chronic disease.
This list represents just a tiny portion of the amount of different organisations around the world who are helping to fight chronic disease. And each one of those organisations represents hundreds and maybe thousands of people. And I want to hear the stories of at least 1 million people around the world who have got something to say, got some contribution to the story of chronic diseases, and share it with the rest of the world.
To find out more or to get involved, please visit the 3Four50 website, where you can already find a blog from New Delhi and links to PDFs of the slides from the speakers at the summit, and we will soon be posting plenty of video footage of the presentations. That's it for this month, and if you've got a story you'd like to share, please email us at info@3four50.com. Thanks for watching and join us next month for 3Four50 News.